Welcome to This Day in Baseball. We bring you everything from the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat and every milestone and oddball event in between. Today's game is courtesy of thisdayinbaseball.com. You can come for a peek, make friends for a lifetime. Before, after, and during the game, check out the links below the video and visit the player pages, parks, and teams as you listen to this blast from the past. You can catch us on every social media platform, and I want to do a special thanks to MLB Classic Radio Archives for this broadcast. Now, let's play ball.
The umpires for tonight's game, calling balls and strikes, Ed Runge. At first base, Frank Umont. Umpiring at second, Charlie Berry, and over at third, Joe Paparella. On the mound for Baltimore, Milt Pappas. He's 112 while losing 8. He's 1-1 against the Yankees this year. Lifetime against New York, 5 wins, 6 defeats. And Pappas has won 6 of his last 9 starts. Bobby Richardson leading off for the Yankees. Batting .270. Bobby has 17 doubles, 4 triples, 3 homers, 48 runs batted in. Coaching at third for New York, Frank Crissetti. And at first, Wally Moses. On deck, Tony Kubek. Milt Pappas checks the sign from Chiandos. Here's the windup. The first pitch of the ball game is in there. Strike one called. Pappas ready again. Comes in with a fastball hit by the pitcher. The second baseman Adair coming in up with it. And he doesn't come up with it. He tried to get it on the short hop, had it in his glove. As he went back to throw, the ball dropped out of his glove. And let's see what they call it. An error charged to Jerry Adair. A high, slow-bounding ball over the pitcher's head. So Richardson opens the ball game, getting on with an error, and here's Tony Kubek. Tony batting .276. 38 doubles, 6 triples, 7 homers, 44 runs batted in. The stretch and the pitch to Kubek hit in the air to right center field. Grant going back and to his left is under it now, makes the catch. The balls are carrying a little better tonight out in right center and right field. And here's Roger Maris. Maris batting .270. 16 doubles, 4 triples, 58 homers, and 138 runs batted in. The stretch by Pappas. The pitch to Roger. Curve low, ball 1. The photographers are out in force again tonight. Richardson leads away. The pitch is on the outside corner, 1-1. On deck, Yogi Berra. 1 out, no score, top of the first. Pappas ready, the 1-1 delivery. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. The Bird pitchers are pitching to Maris. He received just 1 walk in the doubleheader last night. There's a line drive to right field, and Robinson's got it. Richardson off the bag to throw to first, not in time. Oh, Maris got good wood on that ball. If he had lifted that a little bit, it had gone 9 miles. A solid line drive to the right fielder. And here's Yogi Berra. Playing left field tonight. Yogi batting .271, 10 doubles, 20 homers, and 59 runs batted in. So that leaves Maris now with 3, and at the most 4 more times at bat in this ball game. And he needs 2 homers to tie Babe Ruth's 60 record. Homers and 3 to beat it. So he's got a tough job on his hands. 2 out, Richardson at first. Pitch to Yogi. Curve in there, strike 1 called. On deck, Johnny Blanchard. Here's the stretch. Fastball foul back off the screen. Nothing in 2 on Yogi. Ready for the two-strike delivery. Slow curve, base hit to center field. Richardson goes to second and holds up. And Yogi really hit a curved ball above his head and lined it to center field. The first hit off Milt Pappas. And it brings up Johnny Blanchard. Blanchard batting .303, 8 doubles, 1 triple, 20 homers, 49 RBIs. 2 out and 2 on in the top of the first. Here's a stretch. Pitch to Blanchard outside, ball 1. The ball game between Minnesota and Washington, scheduled to be played in the nation's capital, has been postponed because of rain. And let's hope that it's not moving this way, though. If the wind's blowing northerly, that means it's coming this way, right, Joe? There's a foul back out of play. As Washington is to the south of Baltimore and the winds are northerly, doesn't make any difference? No? Well, I'd never make a weatherman anyway. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 out. On deck, Elston Howard. The stretch and the pitch is low. Ball 2, 2-1. Curveball hit high in the air, deep to right. A curving foul going way back, and the seats and out of play. 2-2 on Blanchard. Pappas kicking around on the pitching rubber. Richardson leads off second. Berra off first. Pitch to Blanchard. Ground ball to first. Gentile knocks it down. Picks it up. Throws to Pappas in time to get Blanchard. For the Yankees in the top of the first, no runs on 1 hit, 1 Baltimore error, 2 men left. At the end of 1 half inning, the Yankees nothing and the Birds coming to bat.
What does a truck driver think about as he drives?
You know, this is a pretty good life. New sights to see all the time. Yeah, when you get back home after a long trip, there waiting for you is your own car, all ready to go.
Okay, lady. Be my guest.
Gosh, I'm glad that car of mine is running right again. Boy, remember how rough it used to idle? The way it stalled? That was a great day when Harry told me about Atlantic Imperial. That gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive. Yeah, and keeps it clean. Now my little buggy drives like a dream.
We have the most dramatic public address announcer in the big leagues here. Roger Griswold does a wonderful job, but you'd think you were listening to Highway Patrol or the drama of the month. Ralph Terry's on the mound for the Yankees. He's won 14 and lost 3. No decisions against Baltimore this year. Lifetime against the Orioles, 5 wins, 6 defeats. Brooks Robinson leading off, batting .287. Terry's first pitch to the right-hand hitting third baseman is over, strike call. Robbie has 35 doubles, 6 triples, 7 homers, 53 runs batted in. Curve swung and missed, strike 2. And the Orioles, by the way, are the only team that the Yankees are not ahead of in season series. They've won 7 and lost 7. Here's a 2-strike pitch. A foul over our heads, out of play. Coaching at third, Lum Harris. At first, Jimmy Adair. On deck, Jerry Adair on deck. Curve low outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Adair boys are not related, nor are the Robinson boys on the Orioles related. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on, no score in the bottom of the first. There's a ground ball foul outside of third, kicking down towards the left field corner. All right, Terry's ready. His curve is hitting the ground. Boyd, to his left, up with it. His throw to Skowron, backhanded by the Moose for the first out. One out brings up Jerry Adair, batting .259, 20 doubles, 1 triple, 9 homers, 35 runs batted in. It was Adair who doubled in the first inning of the first game last night off Whitey Ford to drive in the only run of the ball game. He had 3 hits off Whitey, by the way. Right-hand hitter, tall and lean. Jockey Brant on deck. Pitch to Adair. Curve hits the outside corner, strike ball. Curve swing and a miss, strike 2, and that ball was about a foot outside. 0-2. The 2-strike pitch is fouled out of play and back of first base, back in the seat. Again, the 2-strike pitch. A ground ball hit to short. Kubek comes in, up with it. Fires to Skowron. It's 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. The bottom of the first is Jackie Brant, batting .305. 17 doubles, 5 triples, 16 homers, 71 runs batted in. On deck, Jim Gentile. Brant takes a fastball, high, ball 1. All right, Terry ready. His curve is outside, ball 2, 2-0. Again, the threat of rain has held the crowd down. Curve on the outside corner, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch, inside, ball 3, 3-1. Terry, 6'3" and 190 pounds. 3-1 pitch, strike on the outside corner, 3-2. Brant started towards first base. Ready now for the payoff pitch. It's swing and a miss, strike 3. Terry gets his first strikeout. The Birds go down in order in the bottom of the first, 0 across, and at the end of 1 full inning, New York 0 and Baltimore 0. On the scoreboard in other games, as we told you, Minnesota at Washington postponed rain. Kansas City at Cleveland, the A's failed to score in the top of the first. Bass against Latman. Detroit beat Los Angeles 6-3. Klein all the way the winner. Bose Field to lose him. George Thomas home in the 6th with 1 on for the Angels. And Norm Cash in the 4th with 1 on for Detroit. Boston and Chicago is not started. In the National League, Milwaukee beat the Giants this afternoon 7-4. Burdett all the way the winner. McCormick the loser. Adcock home in the 4th is 32nd of the year. And Cepeda in the 2nd, his 43rd of the year. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, Philadelphia at St. Louis, Chicago at Los Angeles start later on. For the Yankees in the top of the 2nd, it'll be Elston Howard to lead off. Ellie right now batting a lusty .363. 16 doubles, 5 triples, 20 homers, 75 RBIs.
Attention all members of the Orioles traveling party. Please bring your bags to the ballpark when you come to the game tomorrow night.
Hey, hear that over the air, Joe? Well, that doesn't concern us.
Bags, the catcher. Number 32,
Howard the batter, Skowron on deck. No score in the ball game, top of the 2nd. Pappas' pitch, curve outside, ball 1. 1-0 fastball is low, ball 2, 2-0. Swing and a miss at a curveball, strike 1. Ellie was looking for the fasty, but Pappas crossed him up. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 pitches in the same spot. Here's the 2-2 pitch. A line drive right at the shortstop for the out. He hit a bullet right at Hansen. 1 away. And it brings up Skowron. Moose batting .272. 23 doubles, 3 triples, 27 homers, and 88 runs batted in. That's a new high for the Moose, 27 homers in 1 year. Pitch to Skowron. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Pappas keeping that curveball low and away to the right-hand hitters. Fastball line to right field. Robinson coming on fast and can't get it. The ball is by him. Rolling to the scoreboard. Skowron's going to have at least a triple. And Moose will hold up at third base. As Robinson tried to make a shoestring catch, it's a triple for Skowron. The ball sunk at the last moment, right underneath Robinson's glove. He deflected it just a little bit. If he had not touched it, it rolled to the wall, and Moose would have had an inside the park homer. So it's one out. Skowron at third, and Clete Boyer the batter. Boyer batting .226. 18 doubles, 5 triples, 11 homers, 55 runs batted in. Baltimore moves their infield in for a possible play at the plate. Here's the windup, and the pitch is low, ball one. Skowron leading off third. Curve is hit over the pitcher's head into center field. A base hit. Skowron scores, and the Yankees lead 1-0. Clete Boyer hit a bouncing ball over Pappas' head, right over second base, on out in the center field. 3 hits off Pappas. Yankees lead 1-0. For Boyer, his 56th run batted in. For Skowron, the 75th time he scored this year. And it'll bring up Ralph Terry, batting .254. 2 doubles, 5 runs batted in. He's 15 for 59. Boyer at first. Gentile holding him on.
The pitcher, number 23, Ralph Terry.
Terry looks down at Frank Crissetti for the sign. Yankees want to win this one and wrap it up so they can relax a little bit, and they will not relax until they cinch the pennant. Terry squares around, bunts foul. Trying to advance Boyer to second, strike one. On deck, Bobby Richardson. In the stretch. The pitch is swung at this time and fouled off Terry's foot down the first base line. That's strike two, and Ralph is walking around the batter's box, lifting his left foot. 0-2. Boyer leading off first. Pitch to Terry, swing and a miss, strike three. Got him on the curveball. So Pappas chalks up his first strikeout and brings up Bobby Richardson, who reached on an error in the first inning. 2 outs. Boyer at first. On deck, Tony Kubek. Pitch to Richardson, hit off the pitcher's glove. Adair comes in, up with it, goes to first base, in time for the out. So you've got to give the pitcher an assist on that. Pitcher and a second baseman, the first baseman gets in a putout. For the Yankees, in the top of the second, 1 run, 2 hits, no Baltimore errors, and 1 man left at the end of an inning and a half. Yankees 1, Baltimore nothing.
You know, something new has been added to the do-it-yourself list. Yes, now you can clean the carburetor of your car. Remove dirt in the vital throttle plate area without even raising the hood. How? Just use Atlantic Imperial regularly. You see, dirt deposits build up on the lower walls of most carburetors. In time, these deposits can affect the action of the throttle plate and cause it to feed the wrong mixture of air and gasoline to your engine. Now, this results in rough idling, frequent stalling, and actual gasoline waste. But after a few thousand miles of driving with Atlantic Imperial gasoline, this carburetor dirt will be gone, washed harmlessly away. And for as long as you use Atlantic Imperial, you needn't worry about new deposits forming. That's why more and more people these days are using Atlantic Imperial. It's the quality gasoline that cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean.
We've just received word from the official scorer that they will not charge Hector Lopez with an error on Brooks Robinson's base hit in the first inning of the first game last night. They give Robinson a double. So now Brooks Robinson has 36 doubles. And Lopez couldn't have shot Robinson out with a rifle anyway on that base hit. It was to deep left center. For the Orioles in the bottom of the second, Jim Gentile will lead off. Gentile, who had a rough night last night, swinging against 2 left-handed pitchers, Whitey Ford and Bud Daly, is batting .305, has 23 doubles, 2 triples, 43 homers, and 131 runs batted in. The Yankees are leading 1-0. It'll be Gentile, Herzog, and Triandos to face Ralph Terry.
The first baseman, number 4, Jim Gentile.
All right, Gentile, who takes the hardest swing in baseball, is up there. Left-hand hitter. Holds that bat right on the end. Ralph Terry ready with his first pitch to Gentile. It's a fastball hit on the ground at first base. Skowron up with it, races for the bag for the unassisted putout. So Gentile went first ball hitting and bounces out to first. Brings up Whitey Herzog. Whitey batting .294. 10 doubles, 6 triples, 5 homers, 34 runs batted in. Whitey's a left-hand hitter. He stands close to the plate, chokes up a little bit on the bat. Terry's curve is in there, strike one called. Change-up foul at the plate, strike two. 1 out, nobody on. New York leads 1-0. Herzog asked for time at the plate. Terry taking a little too much time getting the sign. Here's a 2-strike pitch. A fly ball to straightaway center field. Roger Maris moving under it. And Roger takes it for the out. That's 2 away. And it brings up Gus Triandos. Gus batting .255. 21 doubles, 17 homers, and 62 runs batted in. On deck, Earl Robinson. Terry's curve is hit on the end of the bat right back to the box as he tried to check his swing. Terry to Skowron for the out. An easy inning for Ralph Terry as he sets the Orioles down in order for the second inning in a row. Nothing across. At the end of 2, the Yankees won and Baltimore nothing. Quickly on the scoreboard, Minnesota at Washington postponed rain. Kansas City nothing, Cleveland nothing at the end of 1. Detroit beat Los Angeles this afternoon 6-3. Boston at Chicago has not started. In the National League this afternoon, the Milwaukee Braves beat the Giants 7-4. The other 3 games have not started. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, Philadelphia at St. Louis, and Chicago at Los Angeles. For the Yankees, Tony Kubek. Fly to center field in the first inning. Pitch to Tony is bunted down the first base line. Gentile picks it up right at the bag for the out. If Tony had gotten that a few feet to the right, he'd have had a base hit, but he bunted it right over first base. And here comes Roger Maris, who lined to right field in the first inning. You'll excuse me if I root a little bit for Roger tonight. Just tonight, that's all. The pitch to Maris. Curve inside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He changed up on Maris. That's a tough pitch when you're going for the long ball. On deck, Yogi Berra. Curve is inside, ball 2, 2-1. Pitch. Drive deep to right, way back there. Way back, and there's number 59 for Roger Maris. Attaboy, Roger. 59 home run. And look at the photographers go. Man, he really cleaned that one. Roger Maris really hit one for his 59th home of the year, and that puts in in a select field of just two men who have hit 59 homers. Babe Ruth, who also hit 60, and Roger Maris. He stepped ahead of Jimmy Fox and Hank Greenberg. And there was no doubt about that one. And he creamed it. And that's Maris's first home run officially hit here at Memorial Stadium this year. He hit one that did not count because the game was called before the end of 5 innings. Yogi Berra, the batter. Yogi takes a strike. Yogi singled up the middle in the first inning. And now the excitement for the next 2 times that Maris comes up to the plate, or 3, whatever it may be. Yogi checks the swing, ball 2-1. Can you imagine one more homer and he'll tie Babe Ruth's record? There's a drive to deep right field. Robinson going back near the wall, and that ball is gone for a home run. Back-to-back homers by Maris and Berra. And the Yankees lead 3-0. 2 well-hit balls, although Maris's ball went about 40 feet further than Yogi's. For Yogi, his 21st homer of the year. For Maris, his 59th. And here's Johnny Blanchard. Bounced to first base in the first inning. One out and nobody on. Pitch to Blanchard, low inside, rolls back to the screen, ball 1. On deck, Elston Howard. Curve line foul, look out in the box seat. Back of first base. 1-1. I yelled look out, and Joe Cooper was ducking. Ball had bounced back on the tarpaulin, and one of the ushers gave it to the fan, who almost got his hand taken off, protecting himself. So he gets a hand. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Yankees 3, Baltimore nothing, top of the 3rd. Curve foul back of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curve is line to right field, a base hit. Blanchard singles to right. That's hit number 6 off Pappas, and here comes Harry Burkeen out of the Baltimore dugout. And it looks like Dick Hall, the big right-hander, loosening up. That's who it is in the Oriole bullpen. Burkeen out talking with Triandos and Pappas as the Yankees put together 2 homers and a single after 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. But all the excitement is about Maris's 59th of the year. And Burkeen's going to leave Pappas in the ball game, and it'll bring up Elston Howard, who lined to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Howard. Curve low, ball 1. 1 away. A line drive to deep right center field. That's going to be rolling to the wall for extra bases. Blanchard is around third base. They're waving him in as Howard comes in a second with a stand-up double. Blanchard scores and the Yankees lead 4-0. A double at deep right center. And for Elston Howard, his 17th double of the year, his 76th run batted in. Here comes Harry Burkeen, and that's all for Milt Pappas. Milt Pappas will be coming out of the ball game. And they're waving in Dick Hall. So Pappas went 2 1/3 innings. The Yankees combed him for 7 base hits. He did not walk anybody, struck out 1, and has allowed 4 runs. Should Howard score this inning, that'll be charged to Pappas. And it'll bring on Dick Hall. And while we're waiting, we can't help but discuss Maris's 59th homer again. The crowd jumped to its feet. And the next time that Maris comes to the plate, you'll be able to feel the tension in the air. Fans will be holding their breath. And if he should hit one, you'll probably hear a roar like you've never heard at a ball game before. Just hope nobody jumps out of the upper deck. You know, the American Broadcasting Company is televising this game. And it looks like they've picked a beauty to televise. Of course, we're also televising on WPIX. Dick Hall just been announced over the PA system. The Yankees lead 4-0. This is the top of the third with one out, and Howard is at second base. So Milt Pappas gets a hand as he leaves. He's won 12 and lost 8 this year, up till tonight. Now, getting back to Maris, he has hit 2 homers in one game 7 times this year. And he has 14 now in games which Ralph Terry has pitched in, counting the one tonight. So the odds are not near as great now against Maris as they were before the game started. Not getting one in either game of the doubleheader last night, a lot of people had counted him out. But Maris, who can look bad on one swing and on the next one, hit it right on out of here. Has a real good chance he could get up 3 more times in this ball game. But we'll wait and see. All right, Hall is ready to pitch to Skowron. The Moose tripled to right field and scored in the second inning. That was his 4th triple of the year. Howard's at second. One away. New York leading 4-0. Top of the third. Stretch by Hall. Pitch to Skowron. A fly ball to left field. Coming on fast, Whitey Herzog. Still coming. Makes a running catch. That's 2 away. And it brings up Cleet Boyer, who bounced a single up the middle in the second inning, driving in Skowron. Two away. Hall has won 7 and lost 5. The right-hander set. Pitch to Boyer is fouled. Back on the screen, out of play. Dick Hall has a herky-jerky motion out on the mound. Makes it a little tough to follow. Howard leads off second. Pitch to Boyer, low outside, knocked down by Triando. Saved Hall a wild pitch. 1-1. All right, here's the stretch. Pitch is fouled back in the upper deck, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch is a fly ball down the right field line. Robinson going far to his left, still going, and the ball is foul. Robinson made a good try for the ball, couldn't quite catch up to it. Still 1-2 on Boyer. Howard, who had come almost across the plate, goes down to second, and Boyer, who was almost a second, cuts across back to home plate. Howard with a big lead off second. The pitch is a foul back up in the upper deck, out of play. Again, Hall set. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 called. For the Yankees, though, in the top of the third, they come up with 3 runs. 4 base hits. No Baltimore errors, 1 man left. At the end of 2 1/2, it's the Yankees 4 and the Orioles nothing.
No matter what kind of car they're driving these days, more and more motorists from New England to Florida are talking about Atlantic Imperial gasoline. They're making it the big seller in the East. Now, there's a reason for this popularity, too. Atlantic Imperial gives you everything you've come to expect from a quality gasoline and more. In just a few thousand miles, Atlantic Imperial washes away harmful deposits that form around the vital throttle plate area of your carburetor. These deposits can cause rough idling, stalling, and gasoline waste. And as long as you use it, Atlantic Imperial will prevent new deposits from building up. Drive into your Atlantic dealer soon for Atlantic Imperial. It's the gasoline specially designed to clean your carburetor as you drive and keep it clean.
Well, it looks like the Yankees want to sew this one up early. They want to relax a little bit. There's no better way of doing it than nailing down the pennant. Oh, this game is far from over. The Yankees lead 4-0, and it's only the bottom of the third. Earl Robinson will lead off, batting .260. 10 doubles, 3 triples, 8 homers, 29 runs batted in. Right hand hitting right fielder. Pitch to Robinson, a swing and a miss, strike one. On deck, Ron Hansen. Curveball swung at and missed, strike two. 0-2. The two-strike pitch, strike three, swinging. Boy, he missed that by a foot and a half. Terry gets his second strikeout, and it brings up Ron Hansen. The Orioles shortstop batting .243. 11 doubles, 2 triples, 12 homers, 51 runs batted in. Terry's first pitch to Hansen is in there, strike one call. Last year, Hansen had 22 doubles, 5 triples, 22 homers, and 86 runs batted in. He slipped quite a bit. There's a foul just below it. Strike two. One out, nobody on. Terry's fastball, he started a swing and just did hold up in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball foul down the right field line, moving out of play as Skowron chases it back to the box seat. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball is hit on the ground is short. Kubek to his left, has it. His throw to Skowron in time, and it's 2 away. That'll bring up Dick Hall. Hall batting .118, 4 for 34. No extra base hits, 1 run batted in. Big fella bats him right-handed. Yankees 4, Baltimore nothing. It's the bottom of the third. In case you missed it, Roger Maris hit his 59th of the year in the top of the third. Pitch to Hall is a curve in there, strike one call. Fastball in there, strike two. 0-2. The two-strike pitch is a curve swung at and missed, strike three. 3 strikeouts for Terry. He's retired 9 Orioles in a row in the first 3 innings. Nothing across for Baltimore. The score at the end of 3, the Yankees 4 and the Orioles nothing. Again on the scoreboard, Minnesota at Washington postponed rain. Kansas City leads Cleveland 1-0 at the end of 2.5. Bass against Latman. Detroit defeated the Angels this afternoon. 6-3, Klein the winner, Bozefield the loser. George Thomas Homan in the 6th with 1 on for the Angels. Norm Cash in the 4th with 1 on for Detroit. Boston at Chicago is not started. In the National League, only 1 game played this afternoon, and Milwaukee defeated the Giants 7-4. Burdette the winner, McCormick the loser. Adcock Homan in the 4th, his 32nd of the year. Orlando Cepeda in the 2nd for the Giants, his 43rd, which leads all National League hitters in homers. The Cubs are at Los Angeles, the Phillies at St. Louis, and the Pirates at Cincinnati, and they start later on. For the Yankees, Ralph Terry, who struck out in the 2nd inning, will lead off. The windup by Hall, the pitch to Terry, a foul tip, strike one. 1-strike curve way outside, gets away from Triandos and hits the screen, 1-1. 1-1 curveball swung at and missed, strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch is strike 3 swinging. He went after a high fastball. Second time Terry struck out. The second strikeout for Dick Hall. Brings up Bobby Richardson. Reached on an error and bounced out to second base. Pitch to Bobby. High, ball 1. Ground ball in the hole. Hansen was right up with it. A long throw in time to get Bobby by a step. That's two away, and here's Tony Kubek, and on deck is Roger Maris. So the fans are rooting for Tony to get on. Get Maris up this inning. Kubek fly to center, bounce to first. Pitch to Tony. In there, strike one call. One strike, knuckleball is high, 1-1. Hall does not use his knuckleball too often. Here's a 1-1 pitch. A base hit. No! Adair has it. It's thrown to first. Not in time. It's a base hit, but I don't know how Adair ever got that ball as Kubek line went over second base. Adair lunging to his right backhanded it. Couldn't get enough on the ball. It's a single for Kubek, and here's Roger Maris. The photographers are out, and the fans are holding their breath. He lined to right and homered deep in the right field seat. Number 59, he's looking for number 60. Here's the stretch. Pitch to Roger. On the outside corner, strike ball. I don't think these fans know exactly what they want. If it's the homer, they go crazy. If he strikes them out, they go wild. Stretch by Hall. Pitch is over, strike two, and that was a knuckleball. 0-2. Two out, New York leads 4-0 in the top of the fourth. Here's the stretch. The pitch, a curve, line to right field, but serving foul. Man, he got good wood on that. It would not have been far enough to have been a home run. Must have kicked off the wall and caromed around the field a little bit. Nothing in two on Maris. All right, here's the stretch by Hall. Kubek leading away. The pitch, swing, and a miss, strike three. He threw him the fastball and got it by Maris. So for the Yankees in the top of the fourth, no runs, one hit, no Baltimore errors, one man left at the end of 3 1/2. It's the Yankees 4 and Baltimore nothing.
Hey, that new power mower sure looks easy to operate, George. Yeah. Wish our car performed half as well. Huh? What's the trouble? Oh, idles like a vibrating machine. Stalls all over the place. Sounds familiar. Your car the same way? Used to be. Turned out the carburetor was full of dirt. Oh? What did you do? Cleaned it, of course. Hey, that must have been a big job. Nothing to it. I just started using Atlantic Imperial gasoline. What's that got to do with it? Hey, where have you been? I thought everybody knew by now that Atlantic Imperial gasoline cleans your carburetor as you drive and keeps it clean. Atlantic Imperial. And it works for you? It works for me. Boy, I'll have to start using Atlantic Imperial gasoline right away. Meanwhile, back to the grass. That's one problem Atlantic Imperial can't solve.
For Baltimore will be the top of their batting order. Brooks Robinson, Jerry Adair, and Jackie Brandt to face Ralph Terry. Ralph set the first 9 Orioles down in order. This is the top of the fourth. Robinson bounced to third in the first inning. This is the bottom of the fourth. I'm a little excited tonight. You can't blame me with that Maris having 59 homers. Swing and a miss at a curve, strike one. Curve swung and a missed, strike two. Boy, is Terry keeping that curve in a good spot. Nothing in two on Robinson. Terry ready now. Fastball is just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. A curve hit on the ground is short. Kubek has it. Throws to Skowron, 1 away. Brings up Jerry Adair, who bounced to short in the first inning. Yankees 4, Baltimore nothing. Bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Adair, foul, back off the screen. Strike 1. Slow curve, hit out in the short left center field, and dropping in there for a little Texas League single. He hit it right off the end of his bat. And after retiring 10 men in a row, Adair dumps a single in short left center field. Brings up Jackie Brandt, who struck out in the first inning. Pitch to Brandt. Strike on the outside corner. Skowron holding first against Adair. On deck, Jim Gentile. Curve to Brandt is low, 1-1. Ready for the 1-1 pitch. It's high, ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the stretch. Curveball lined right to Skowron. Double play. Moose steps on the bag. Boy, he took a double away from Brandt and turned it into a double play. So for Baltimore, in the bottom of the 4th, no runs, 1 hit, no Yankee errors, nobody left. And at the end of 4, it's the Yankees 4 and the Orioles nothing. And right now I'd like to mention that the second half of this game is being brought to you by the crisp refresher Ballantine beer. Your first swallow and every one to follow tells you why over 5 million glasses of Ballantine beer are enjoyed each day. And right now we'll pause for station identification.
Yankee Baseball coming to you over Quality Modern Radio for the Capital District. WOKO 1460 on the dial. Albany, New York.
Well, we're happy to have Armed Forces Radio with us again tonight. They've really been sticking close to the Yankees, and I imagine they're as excited as all the fans and I am right now, with Maris hitting that 59th homer. Gordon Briggs, their number 1 man in the New York area, has been following this race very closely. Here's Yogi Berra. Yogi singled to center in the first inning and homered in the third inning. 2 for 2 for the Yogi man. Dick Hall ready. Pitch to Yogi. Outside, ball 1. It was Yogi's 21st home of the year. Knuckleball to Yogi is over, 1-1. Fan gets a big boot out of Yogi when he steps back to talk with the umpire. 1-1 pitch. Popped in the air alongside third base. Brooks Robinson in foul territory under it and takes it. 1 away. Brings up Johnny Blanchard. Bounce to first, single to right field. Yankees 4, Baltimore nothing, top of the 5th. Elston Howard on deck. Blanchard takes the curve over, strike 1 called. Fastball swung at and missed, strike 2. John was a little late with that swing. Nothing in 2, 1 out, and nobody on. The 2-strike pitch out on the outside corner, strike 3. I started to say outside, but it nicked the outside corner, and that's the 4th strikeout for Dick Hall since he entered the ball game in the third inning with 1 out. Here's Elston Howard, line to short and double to right center field. Ellie has driven in a run tonight. His 76th of the year. The pitch to Howard. Fastball high, ball 1. Curve swung at and missed, strike 1, 1-1. Still Skowron on deck. 2 out. A 1-1 count on Howard. Fastball swung at and missed. Strike 2. The windup. The knuckleball is pulled foul outside of third. Still 1-2 on Howard. Here's the windup. Pitch swung at and missed. Strike 3. How do you like that, Dick Hall? 5 strikeouts. Nothing across for the Yankees in the top of the 5th. And at the end of 4 1/2, it's New York 4, Baltimore nothing.
Take along a six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack. Take along a six-pack, a frosty Valentine. You'll have 1 pack of cheer, 6 cans of beer. So crisply refreshing anytime. Valentine, Valentine. So nice. Valentine, just right. It's a crisp, refresher Valentine. Happy on the hands, holding Valentine's hand. Take the jolly six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack home today.
Next time, take along a six-pack, a jolly six-pack of Valentine beer. It carries with ease, cools in a breeze. And best of all, it gives you 6 icy cold cans of the crisp refresher.
Take along a six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack of ice cold Valentine beer.
For Baltimore, Jim Gentile, who bounced out to first base, leads off here in the bottom of the 5th. Yankees 4, Baltimore nothing. Yankees need this game to clinch the pennant. It'll be their 26th. Pitch to Gentile, a foul over towards the Yankee dugout, strike 1. Whitey Herzog on deck. Terry's changeup is low, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 fastball swung at and missed, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Curve, strike 3, swinging. Boy, he broke one down around his knees. Strikeout number 4 for Terry. And it brings up Whitey Herzog, who flied to center field in the 2nd inning. Pitch to Whitey. Curve low, ball 1. 1-0 pitch, low, ball 2. 2-0. 2-0 pitch hit on the ground at second base. Richardson has it on the big hop. Flips easily to Skowron, 2 away. Here's Gus Triandos, who, in trying to duck out of the way of a pitch, had the ball accidentally hit his pat, and he grounded out back to the box. 2 out, nobody on. Pitch to Gus. Foul down the right field line. Strike 1. Fastball swung at and missed, strike 2. The 2-strike pitch, a curve. He checked it in time. He started to swing and just did hold up. Broke down below the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Terry comes back with a fastball high and tight, 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. A curve hit high in the air to left field. Yogi's under it, waving his arms, and takes it for the out. That's all for Baltimore in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nothing across, and at the end of 5, it's now the Yankees 4, Baltimore nothing. And in 5 innings, Terry has pitched to just 15 men. They've gotten 1 single off him, but that man was quickly doubled up by a line drive by Jackie Brandt. On the scoreboard in the American League, Minnesota at Washington postponed rain. Kansas City won Cleveland nothing at the end of 4 1/2. Detroit beat Los Angeles 6-3 this afternoon. Boston failed to score in the top of the 1st. The White Sox are batting in the bottom of the 1st. In the National League, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati has been delayed because of rain. Philadelphia at St. Louis has not started, nor has Chicago at Los Angeles. But this afternoon, Milwaukee beat the Giants 7-4. For the Yankees, it'll be Skowron, Boyer, and Terry to face Dick Hall. Dick Hall came on to relieve Milt Pappas with 1 out in the 3rd inning. And he struck out 5 men in 2 2/3 innings. He's allowed just one base hit and hasn't walked anybody or allowed any runs. Skowron tripled and scored in the second inning, fly to left in the third inning. Pitch to the Moose, high, ball one. Foul coming back out of play. And the paper boy got it. Little boy selling papers was standing right at the right spot, hitting the seat and stuck there, and he picked it up. Had a grin a mile wide. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Skowron. Knuckleball swung at it, missed strike two. He was way out in front. And Moose got a big grin on his face. Curve on the outside corner, strike three call. Now that's three consecutive strikeouts for Hall in his sixth of the ball game. Pitch to Boyer, foul back, out of play, strike one. Boyer singled and was called out on. A fly ball to right field. Earl Robinson coming in, and he can't get it. Plays it on one hop. That's about three times in this series that Robinson has started back on a ball hit to right field and then had it fall in front of him. That's the second hit off Hall. Boyer's second hit. And here's Ralph Terry, been up twice and struck out both times. One away, New York leads 4-0. Oriole infield looking for a possible sacrifice. Terry swings and fouls it. Gus Triandos is getting under it. And Gus takes it for the second out. So Terry was swinging away and fouls out to Triandos. Here's Bobby Richardson. Reached on an error, bounced to second, bounced to short. Stretch, and the pitch to Bobby is taken. Strike call. He bluffed the bunt. Bobby pops it up. Brooks Robinson is getting under it near the pitcher's mound and takes it for the out. So the Yankees in the top of the sixth, no runs, one hit, no Baltimore errors, one man left at the end of 5 1/2. It's still New York 4 and Baltimore nothing.
C-R-I-S-C. Crisp refresher. To be crisp, a beer must be icily light. The crisp refresher is icily light. With true lager flavor, precisely right. The crisp refresher, precisely right. Lovely golden, crystally clear. The crisp refresher, Valentine beer.
With your first swallow and everyone to follow, today's Valentine delivers a funny, mellow taste that really refreshes. Since people know quality when they taste it, over 5 million glasses of Valentine beer are enjoyed every day.
So clap your hands, tap your feet, snap your fingers, and that's the man for Valentine. The crisp refresher, Valentine beer.
Since 1840,
America's finest.
For Baltimore in the bottom of the sixth, it'll be Earl Robinson, Ron Hansen, and Dick Hall to face Ralph Terry. Robinson struck out in the third inning. Fans are getting on Robbie for letting those fly balls drop in front of him. As a ground ball hits at first, Skowron's up with it, races to the bag for the unassisted put-out. Nice play by the Moose. Backhanding the ball, running towards second and hustling back to first. Brings up Ron Hansen, bounced to short in the third inning. Pitch to Hansen is over. Strike one call. Curveball low outside. 1-1. Fastball inside and low. Ball 2, 2-1. Terry ready. The 2-1 pitch is over. Strike two, called 2-2. 2-2 pitch. A base hit up the middle. That's the second hit off Terry. Only the second man to reach base off Ralph. And it brings up Dick Hall, the pitcher. Hall struck out in the third inning. Hall gets a nice hand. Terry decides to change baseball. 1 out. New York 4, Baltimore nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Ron Hansen at first base. Pitch to Hall is a ground ball, base hit right between Terry's legs to center field. Man, he hit that so hard, Terry didn't have time to get his glove down. A low line drive. And that's the first time in the ball game that the Orioles have had more than one man on base in any inning. Brings up Brooks Robinson, bounce to third, bounce to short. For Dick Hall, it was his 5th hit of the year. 1 away, 2 on. Terry goes to the rosin bag. The stretch, and the pitch is low and away. Ball 1. Terry sets again. There's a base hit to left field. Hansen is coming around third. He'll score. Holding in second is Hall. And it's now a 4-1 ball game. For Ralph Terry, who is breezing along in a one-hitter, after 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, has given up 3 consecutive singles. And it's now Baltimore trailing the Yankees 4-1. It brings up Jerry Adair, bounce to short and single. Louis Arroyo gets up in the Yankee bullpen. Pitch to Adair is a ground ball to Kubek. He bobbles it, picks it up, throws to second, and Richardson drops the ball. And the run is coming home from third. Here's the throw. He slides and he's safe. But Robinson was called out at second. It's going to be an argument. Richardson dropped the ball as he drew his hand back to throw it. And the only reason Dick Hall came charging in was because Robinson was charging from second to third. So that'll be a force play from short to second. Dick Hall scores on the play, making it a 4-2 ball game. And we'll wait and see if there's going to be an error charge on that play, allowing Hall to score. If there is, Richardson will get it. Pitch to Jackie Brandt, low and away. Ball 1. So far, they've called it a fielder's choice from short to second, but they have not given anybody an error. Adair at first with 2 outs. Grant takes it low and away. Ball 2, 2-0. Yankees 4, Baltimore 2. This is the last of the sixth. Fastball outside, ball 3. 3-0. Fastball right in there, 3-1. Jim Gentile is on deck. And now they finally will get around to charging Richardson with the error. Low, ball 4. That's the first walk given up by Terry. And it brings up Jim Gentile, bounced to first and struck out. Runners at first and second. And Gentile, who has 43 homers and 131 runs batted in, up there. He has not had a base hit in his series so far. Stretch by Terry. Pitch to Gentile. Foul back, strike 1. Change up low, 1-1. One ball, one strike, 2 out, 2 on, 2 in. Yankees lead 4-2. Last of the sixth. Terry sets. Third swung at and missed, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Terry checks the sign from Howard. Here's the stretch. Fastball swung and missed, strike 3. Ralph's 5th strikeout at an important time for Baltimore in the bottom of the 6th. 2 runs on 3 base hits. 1 Yankee error, 2 men left. And at the end of 6 full innings, it's the Yankees 4 and Baltimore 2. On the scoreboard in the American League, Minnesota at Washington postponed rain. Kansas City at Cleveland tied up 1-1 at the end of 4 1/2. Bass against Latman. Detroit beat Los Angeles 6-3. Klein the winner. Bozefield the loser. George Thomas home in the 6th with 1 on for the Angels. Norm Cash in the 4th with 1 on for Detroit. Boston and Chicago 0-0 at the end of 1. Conley against Herbert. In the National League, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Gibbon against Jay. Philadelphia at St. Louis, 0-0 at the end of 1. Ferretti against Brolio. Chicago at Los Angeles has not started. This afternoon, Milwaukee beat the Giants 7-4. Burdette the winner, McCormick the loser. Adcock home in the 4th is 32nd. Cepeda in the 2nd is 43rd of the year. And now Mel Allen will be coming over to carry you the rest of the way on radio as I go over to TV. But first we'll pause for station identification.
At 1460 on the radio dial, you tune to Quality Modern, WOKO, Albany, New York, your station for complete sports coverage.
Hello there, everybody. Kubek takes the strike. Right-hander Dick Hall in relief. Pitches. Kubek swings, sends a little number to third. It's lost. The throw to first is still in time to get Kubek. Brooks Robinson bobbled the ball, reached back, picked it up, and still got Kubek by half a step. And up comes Roger Maris, who lined to right, homered, and struck out. He has 59. There's a strike. 0-1. There's a drive, but it is going to go foul. He got up under it, but it went foul. Two strikes on him, and the pitch. Swung on. There's a high fly ball to right field deep, and it's going to be caught by Robinson. Rod gave it a great try. He thrilled the crowd with his long fly to deep right and gets the hands. He goes back to the dugout. That could be his last time at bat in this game. 4-2 New York, 7th inning. But we'll see. Here's Yogi Berra, single to center, homered, and fouled out to third. Berra takes outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Low outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch is over for a strike, 2-1. Now the delivery. Swung on, bounced down to first to Gentile. He throws to Dick Hall, covering in time. The side is retired. Now, Dick Hall, in relief of Milt Pappas, has been well-nigh invincible. 3, 7, 10, 14, 16. Say 16 men retired, 14 of them. Fifth, no errors, no one left on. 10 of 6.5 innings. New York 4. Baltimore 2. A word about Ballantine beer. More and more people from Maine to Florida are enjoying Ballantine because it delivers everything they ask for in a beer. With the very first swallow, and in every one to follow, the crisp refresher has the lightness you want, combined with all the mellow lager beer flavor you love. Now, this combination is important in a beer because in order to refresh you, I mean really refresh you, a beer must be both light and good tasting. Ballantine delivers the best of both, and that's one good reason why more than 5 million glasses of Ballantine beer are enjoyed every day. How about you trying the crisp refresher? Enjoy a golden glass full real soon. It'll be the last of the 7th. Whitey Herzog leading off, Gus Triandos on deck, and Earl Robinson to follow. Herzog flied to center and grounded to second. Ralph Terry's pitch on the way, swung on, lofted foul down the left field line, out of play, strike 1. Arroyo's warming up for New York. And the next pitch. Swung on. There's the drive. Hit deep to right. There goes Blanchard back toward the fence. He's going to get under it and makes the catch. 1 away. Now Gus Triandos. Tapped to the box and flied to left. Now the wind-up, the pitch, swung on. There's a drive to deep left. Yogi backing up, and he's under it and makes the catch. That ball started out like it was going to go deeper than it actually did. It fooled me. I thought it was going to go back a little deeper. Two away. Still was deep. Now up comes Earl Robinson. Struck out and grounded out to first. Stock and Wilhelm in the bullpen for the Orioles. Ralph Perry checks with Howard, swings into the windup. Brown comes the right arm. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. 0-1. And the one-strike delivery of the right-hand batter bounces into the dirt. Threw him a curve, but broke it off too soon. A 1-1 count. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit sharply by short. Grabbed by Kubek. The long throw in time as Tony takes the base hit away from Earl Robinson, breaking quickly to his right, taking a hard hopper head high. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on to end of 7 innings. New York, 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Baltimore, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. And if you just tuned in, Maris got his 59th homer in the 3rd inning. But fly to deep right in the 7th. Whether or not he'll get another chance is problematical. There is no problem, though, about taking some of those Jolly six-packs home with you. Jolly six-pack Valentine beer. Each six-pack carries with ease, cools, and a breeze. And best of all, gives you 6 frosty cans of the one and only Crisp Professional. Next pitch is high outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next delivery swung on, lined out into right center field. Robinson, after it, can't get it. It's in there for a base hit. And the ball gets by him, and there goes Blanchard around first and into second with 2 bases. Ball hopped by. Elston Howard comes up with Blanchard on second with a double. Howard lined to short, doubled to right center, and struck out. The pitch is swung on and fouled off out of play. Strike one. Howard started out the evening batting .363. Now the delivery. Swung on and missed. He threw him a change of pace. Looked like a palm ball. 0-2 the count. A 2-strike count on Howard. Dick Hall ready. And the pitch. Swung on, hit foul to the right of the plate, out of play. LeHue gets up with Stock in the Oriole bullpen. Tom LeHue, L-E-H-E-W, submariner. Arroyo's been warming up in New York off and on. Not right now. Once again, the 2-strike delivery to Elston Howard from Dick Hall. Swung on, foul back up here. Yankees leading 4-2 in the 8th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Blanchard with a short lead off second. Widens it. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He went way outside for a let-up curve. So he got Howard over anxious and struck him out for the second straight time. Skowron's going to get an intentional pass. They're going to put Skowron on an intentional walk. Cleet Boyer singled to center, took a third strike, and singled to right. One out, runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, and it's outside, ball one. Here's the next delivery. Swung on and fouled off. He's been fooling them on his change of pace. One away. Dick Hall ready. Delivers, and Boyer swings and misses. He fired that one in on him. 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. There's a fly ball into left center. And it is caught by Jackie Brandt. Runners get back. 2 away, and Ralph Terry coming up. Ralph Terry coming up, struck out twice and fouled out to the catcher. Incidentally, these two men getting on here in the 8th inning makes it possible for Maris to get another time at bat in the 9th. Of course, the Orioles could tie it, send in the extra inning, as far as that's concerned, or win it in the last, the 8th or 9th, but in any case, Maris will bat in the 9th. Ralph Terry, the batter, the pitch swung on and fouled off to the right of the plate, and the ball's out of play. Strike one. No balls, one strike. Two outs. Blanchard on second, Skowron on first. Dick Hall ready. And the pitch to Ralph Terry. Curve outside, ball one. 1-1. Runners lead away. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball hits the Gentiles. Up with it, steps on first, and decides to retire. A threat, but no run. One hit. No errors, and 2 men left on. End of 7.5 innings. The score: New York 4, Baltimore 2.
To be crisp, a beer must be icily light. Ooh, icily light. With true lager flavor, precisely right. Ooh, precisely right. Lively golden, crisply clear, the crisp refresher. Crisp refresher, Valentine beer.
Pleasure is the purpose of the crisp refresher. Your first swallow and everyone to follow is light and crisp and golden. So pour pleasure. Pour today's Valentine.
So clap your hands, tap your feet, snap your fingers, and that's the man for Valentine. The crisp refresher, Valentine beer.
Since 1840,
America's finest.
It's the last half of the 8th inning. Ron Hansen coming up. And with Hoyt Wilhelm warming up, may or may not have pinch hitter for Dick Hall. The delivery is in there for a strike. 0-1. Yankees 4, Orioles 2. It's the 8th inning. Hansen grounded to short and singled through the middle. Terry to the windup and the pitch. Curve low outside. Ball 1. 1-1. One ball, one strike. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off upstairs. Strike 2. 1-2. The 1-2 delivery. Curve is swung on and missed. Strike 3. One down in the 8th inning. Now we'll see who's coming out of the Oriole dugout. Marv Throneberry will hit for Dick Hall. Throneberry will hit for Hall. The delivery is low and inside for a ball to Throneberry. One ball, no strike. And the pitch. It's low, ball 2. A 2-0 count on Throneberry. Here's Terry's pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the right of the plate. Strike 1. 2-1. The knuckleballer will be coming on in the 9th. Wilhelm. Two balls, one strike. The wind-up and the pitch. It's over the inside corner. Strike 2, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Now the wind-up and the pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Two down in the 8th inning, and here's Brooks Robinson. Grounded to third, short, and single to left. The pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Robinson's 1 for 3. Now the delivery. swung on. A ground ball hit slowly to second. Richardson up with it, throws on to first in time, and the side is retired. Leaving the Orioles with Adair, Brandt, and Gentile, their first 3 men up in the last of the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. At the end of 8 innings, New York 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. 8 men left on. And the Orioles 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on. For those who may have tuned in late, the Yankees picked up a run in the second inning on Skowron's triple and Boyer's single. And then the third inning with 1 out, Maris hit his 59th home run of the year. Berra followed with his 21st. Blanchard singled and Howard doubled him home. And the Yankees led 4-0. Meanwhile, Ralph Terry was pitching a 1-hit ball until the 6th inning with 1 out. When Hansen singled, so did Dick Hall, who'd relieved Pappas, and Brooks Robinson. Robinson singled, scoring Hansen. Hall taking second. Adair hit a hot shot to short, which appeared to be the double play ball that Terry was looking for. Kubek bobbled it. Then threw to Richardson in time for the force out. Bobby jumped off the bag, pulled his arm back to throw towards first, but flung the ball away, and Hall, who had gone on to third, continued home for the second run. Meantime, Dick Hall, who relieved Milt Pappas, gave the Yankees 3 hits and no runs in 5 and 2/3 innings of pitching. He did a great relief job. Maris hit a long fly ball to right field off of him in the 7th inning and struck out in the 4th. Hoyt Wilhelm coming in now for his 49th appearance of the year, record of 9-7. So the question is mainly, not all together, but mainly, since the Yanks don't figure to do much with Wilhelm and that knuckler if it's working, mainly if Ralph Terry can dispose of Adair, Brandt, and Gentile in the last of the ninth, if they clinch the pennant tonight. That is a necessity before they can do it. Otherwise, it'll have to linger on for another day or so or more. They clinched the tie last night. Bobby Richardson leads off in the ninth. Kubek on deck and Maris to follow. Wilhelm's pitch is in there for a strike. Now the knuckleball is swung on, bounced to short. Hansen has it, throws to first in time, and there's one away. Up comes Tony Kubek, flied to right, grounded to first, bunt, and was out. Singled and grounded to third. Wilhelm's pitch is fouled to the right of the plate, strike one. No balls, one strike. Next pitch is swung on, little pop out to second, and there's two away. Up comes Roger Maris. Roger Maris lined to right, and his 59th homer struck out, flied to right. Here's the pitch. Foul back on the check swing, strike one. The next delivery is a tilt tap. A roller down the line on a half swing, and Wilhelm tags him out. And the side is retired. Maris on a half swing, but they give him a standing ovation here. Of course, the ball game is not over. It could go into extra innings, but they still give him a standing ovation. He got 59 homers. Should the Yankees win in 9 innings, he will have hit 59. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. And at the end of 8.5 innings, New York 4, Baltimore 2.
Take along a six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack. Take along a six-pack, across me Valentine. You'll have one pack of beer, 6 cans of beer, so crisply refreshing any time. Valentine, Valentine, so nice. Valentine, just right. It's a crisp, refresher Valentine. Happy are the hands holding Valentine in hand. Take the jolly six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack home today.
Next time, take along a six-pack, a jolly six-pack of Valentine beer. It carries with ease, cools in a breeze. And best of all, it gives you 6 icy cold cans of the crisp refresher.
Take along a six-pack, jolly, jolly six-pack of ice cold Valentine beer.
It's the last of the 9th inning. Yanks 4, Orioles 2. And the Orioles have there Brandon Gentile coming up. And we're going to do for this last of the 9th, in any case, a simulcast. So I'm going to switch you over to Phil Rizzuto in case, and I'm going to go down to the dressing room. So Phil will be talking to you both on radio and TV.
Foul back, strike one. Ball hit off the ball boy's shoulder as he tried to grab it, went back in the seat. Ball one, 1-1. Ralph Terry pitching to Jerry Adair. Curve is over, strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackie Brandt on deck. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball back to Terry. Ralph has it. Flips to Skowron, and it's 1 away. 1 out, and it brings up Jackie Brandt. Struck out, lined into a double play, and walked. He has the only walk given up by Terry in the ball game. One away in the bottom of the 9th. Yankees leading 4-2. The fastball is high, ball 1. Curve is over, strike 1, 1-1. Terry was in trouble in just 1 inning, and that was the 6th when Baltimore scored their 2 runs on 3 base hits and a base on balls, along with a fielder's choice and an error. Outside of that, it's been 3 up and 3 down every inning. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Terry's curve has been hitting that outside corner consistently. Pitch is a slow curve hit, foul outside of third. Kicking down in the corner. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out and nobody on. Gets away from Howard. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, and one out. Terry looks around at the scoreboard. 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Three and 2, the payoff pitch. Foul, back in the press box. Jim Gentile is on deck. All right, Terry's ready. Fastball popped in the air, but coming back out of play. Rolling down the screen. Still a full count on Jackie Brandt. 4-2, the Yankees lead. They scored 1 in the second and 3 in the third. Strike 3. He nicked the outside corner. His 8th strikeout of the night. And here's Jim Gentile with 2 out, nobody on. Gentile has had a rough series. In this game, he bounced to first, struck out twice. The pitch to Gentile, a curve swung at and missed, strike 1. And boy, Gentile has missed a lot of pitches in this series. On deck is Whitey Herzog. This is the man Terry wants to get out of there. Terry's 1-strike delivery. Curve hit on the ground to second. Richardson has it. Throws to Skowron. The ball game is over, and the Yankees win their 26th pennant. Ralph Terry being congratulated by his whole team. Ralph Houck out there, everybody hugging Terry, and it couldn't have been more appropriate, as Terry was the hard-luck pitcher in the World Series last year against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Ralph Terry had a tremendous night tonight, setting the Orioles down in order in 8 of the 9 innings in which he pitched. But right now we're ready with Mel Allen down in the Yankee dressing room, so take it away, Mel.
This is Mel Allen speaking to you, friends, from the Yankee clubhouse. Earl Torgerson's the first one in, and the Yankees haven't quite come in here yet. Here comes General Manager Roy Hamey in the doorway. And here's Elston Howard and the new American League champions defending successfully their 26th American League pennant. Elston Howard, first one in. Ellie, how you feel, boy? Come on over here. Hey, John. Come on over, boys. There's Roy Hamey hugging Ralph Houck. Ellie, Ralph had good stuff tonight, didn't he? Except for that 1 inning.
That 1 inning, Mel, we had been going along with a slider and fastball. All once we started using the curveball, which I don't think I should have. I started calling that curveball, and that's what we had the bad inning. But I think it's one of the best games we ever seen.
Well, I want to congratulate you on having one of the greatest years any ball player ever had, Ellie.
Thank you very much, Mel.
We're all sorry you didn't qualify for that batting crown because you would have won it. You didn't miss it much.
Well, I'm satisfied as long as we won the American League pennant.
Well, you know, that's why Ralph Houck said that maybe a catcher doesn't get to play every day. He shouldn't have to qualify at 3 1/10 appearances per game.
Well, that's right. I mean, it's not too many catches win a batting championship, but I'm very satisfied. He won a pennant. I'm happy.
You had a great year, Ellie. Wonderful. And Yogi, here's the Yankees' best defensive left fielder. Yogi, how do you feel hitting that homer tonight?
Oh, pretty good. Now, it's the first one I've hit this year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
21 for the season.
That's right.
Hey, Yogi, how many pennant winners for you?
This will be my 12th now.
And how many years with the club?
15.
Did anyone give you any greater satisfaction?
Well, I still got to go back to the 49, Mel. This looks like one of the easiest we've ever had, and I think it's tremendous. We had a great ball club. I wish Roger would have got that 6.
Yeah, well, everybody wished he had. That 49 series, that's the one when you won the last 2 games of the year to beat the Red Sox.
That's right.
Well, Yogi, it wasn't so easy, though, when you had to beat the Tigers 3 straight.
Well, that's true. I think
New
that
York.
was the turning point of the whole race.
Thanks a lot, boy. Hang in there, old man River. And here's the skipper. Congratulations. Ralph, how'd you feel to win your first Major League?
It feels real great, Mel, but the boys won that pennant. They did a great job. They really played
sure
great
did,
ball.
but they had a guy sitting on that bench making the moves and all. It's seldom that a man his freshman year in the Major League ever wins the pennant.
Well, I had a great ball club, and it was a team effort all the way, and it's great to manage a ball club like that, Mel. Very, very great.
Had them all the way.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but we won the big one, and that was tonight.
Well, of course, when you'd gotten this close, were you thinking a little bit about Rod at the end?
Yes, we were all pulling for him and hoping he'd hit that 60th or the 61st one, but he gave him a great effort, and it'll go down in history, I'm sure.
Look over here.
Well, I'm glad they're having a little fun. They all deserve it. I'll tell you that.
Ralph, congratulate you. Did a great job. It was sort of a quiet type job, but one that everybody knows was masterful. You had to rebuild your pitching staff twice during the season. That was the amazing
Well,
thing.
that was the toughest part of the year, I guess, is when we had to rebuild the pitching staff. But the young pitchers come through great, as did all the rest of the players. And, of course, this is a great night for all of us, I'll tell you for sure.
Wonderful. And here's the guy right here. Hey, Rollo, come here a minute. Come here just a minute. Now, Jim, take it easy now. Jim, put that down. You come here a minute, just for a second. This is Raleigh Sheldon. Raleigh, a year ago, you'd had 3 months in organized ball. Did you ever expect that a year later you'd be on a pennant winner?
No, Mel, I never thought so. I was very happy to be a part of this great ball club.
How did you feel coming along from a rookie to a major leaguer and winning as many games as you did?
Well, it was great to get the opportunity to begin with in the beginning of the season, and I appreciated it very much.
Boy, your heart's pounding. I don't know, because old coach here, Jim poured champagne all over his head. You give him a champagne shampoo.
Yes, I did, Mel.
Jim, congratulations to you. I know this is a great thrill for you. There was a time during the season when the pitching staff was low ebb, and you went in there and picked them up, won 3 straight ball games, as well as the other games you won, but that was a key spot.
Mel, I'm really thrilled because this is my first time I've had a chance to get on the party after the game last year. They sent me to Boston. I was in the hospital, and I want to get in on it so bad, but this year it's really a thrill.
God bless you.
Thank you,
Hope
Mel.
you do well in the series. And here is, how do we say that? El Gran Maestro del Relevo.
Right.
Is that right?
Muy bien, sí.
Muy bien, sí. The Grand Master of Relief, Luis Arroyo, who is in the running for some honors somewhere along the line this year. Louis, how many did you wind up winning?
I wound up with 15 and 4.
And how many did you save?
I don't know. As far as the 40 and it was 18. As far as the Yankee office, about 27.
And how many appearances altogether?
I made 60.
Got 60 appearances. Well, you made 60, and Raj only got 59 in the 154 games to a decision. But, Louis, it was a magnificent year. You came on last season, and I suppose you have some private thoughts about all this great thing that's happened to you.
Well, Mel, last year when I joined this club, I thought it was one of those chances they were giving it to me, and I never thought I could have been this good. I mean,
for the job I've done this year. But now I feel like I belong in the big league, and I think I hope I can stay a couple more years.
Well, we sure hope you can. As far as belonging in the big leagues, you're a big leaguer personally, and by your performance this year, you have proven it. And you belong. Thanks a lot, Louis. Here's Bobby Richardson. Bobby, congratulations.
Thank you, Mel.
Robert, how many now for you?
Mel, this is my fourth. I think that's right.
Did any of them give you any greater pleasure?
No, they didn't, because I fell a part of this. It's a real team victory, I think. I think Roger and Mickey were certainly leading the way, but all the fellows really contributed.
No question about that. What I want to ask you is this. I haven't figured it up, but from about roughly All-Star game time up to now, you've been hitting over 300.
Well, I don't know about that, Mel, but I know that my average was pretty low before that time, so...
Well, you switched to a heavier bat and started doing something, but you started getting those base hits.
Well, I enjoyed it, I'll say that.
Well, all I can say is that the Yankees are proud to have you. There's no better second baseman around than Bobby Richardson. Thank you. And it has been a team effort, really, in every possible way.
Thank you a lot, Mel.
Good luck, boy. Thank you. Now, here's Cleet Boyer. You can hold a Valentine in here. Open up that Valentine for Cleet.
I don't drink it, man.
Cleet, you remember not long ago there was a game here, got washed out in the fifth inning, and Mick lost a homer, and Raj lost a homer, and you lost a homer, and somebody asked him how they'd feel if that was washed out, didn't get six. And remember Mick said, well, ask Cleet, says he lost one. How many did you have then, about 4 or 5?
I think I had about 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It didn't mean as much to me as it would have Roger if he was here.
Oh, that's right, but I was only recalling that instant here in this clubhouse. You know, your play at third has been just simply remarkable, and it just has been such a great part of this whole team effort. As Bobby pointed out, Raj and Mickey have gotten some headlines because of the home run derby, but to really win this pennant, it has been, every man has had a great hand in it.
I sure believe they do. We've had so many ball players that had some great years. Louis, Whitey, Richardson had a good year. Tony had a good year. Everybody had a good year.
And I'll say that you saved many a game for those pitchers that came for those good records.
Well, man,
and got many a time they hit, too.
Well, that's what I'm getting paid for, is my glove right now.
Well, you get some of those hits. Hey, Raj, come here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Raj, I'm sorry you didn't get number 60.
Well, I was trying, Mel, last 3 times up at bat, and just couldn't get it.
You know, Raj, earlier tonight, and I'd like to set the record straight for some of these folks looking in, these real nice people who, I just happened to mention that the last time we were here, remember the game was washed out. You and Mickey and Boyer lost a homer.
That's right.
So I'm just saying, I said not in any defense, but just it was noteworthy to observe that you had hit a homer that had been washed out. The Babe did not have one that was washed out. So I got a lot of wires here saying, and I got it right here in my pocket, saying, well, you forget that if the Yankees, that game had been played, that 150, last night would have been the 155th game, or 154th. There was one tie game. In fact, when Babe hit his 60, they played 155 games. They had one tie game. But the point of it is, had that game gone to its completion, where you had your home run, you would not have played a doubleheader last night, because one of the games played last night was a playoff of that game. Is that right?
That's right.
And so, therefore, it still would have been within the legal limits of 154 games to a decision. But nonetheless, how do you feel having come so close and not quite?
Well, of course, it always feels good to come close. After all, I'm in some pretty good company with Babe Ruth, Hank Greenberg, Jimmy Fox, and some of the boys, so I'm very happy.
I got news for you. You just in company with Babe Ruth, because Hank and Jimmy, God bless them both, only hit 58. You're the only one that ever hit as many as 59 other than Babe.
Well, I'm very thankful that I've ever gotten that high, Mel.
And you won't mind the asterisk, will you?
No, I
if you won't. From here on out?
I sure won't.
You're still going to keep swinging. You're not going to take that day off right away, are you?
No, I don't think I will, Mel. I think I'll just keep playing and see what happens. I'll take my chance.
Raj, in this last month, I know you've been under severe pressure.
That, you are right on.
Have you ever had anything like it in your life?
No, Mel, I haven't. There was quite a bit there, and it's over with now, and I'm very happy.
You realize, of course, that all the reporters have jobs to do, everybody, meant well. The photographers who would always come off and gather around home plate to take your picture, they meant well. They were trying to cover this story, which was the greatest sports story of the year. But it must have at times bothered you when you were at bat, as you looked out of the corner of your eye or thoughts went through your mind.
Well, you always do have those thoughts when you're up there hitting and trying to hit, I should say, and you'll look over and see 2 or 3 photographers standing around home plate. It does get you after a while.
Do you feel relieved?
Right now, yes, very relieved. Since and the 154-game limit is over with.
That was the main thing, winning the pennant, of course.
That's right.
And you really feel relieved. You have no regrets.
No regrets whatsoever.
God bless you. Great team man.
Thank you.
Rod, I remember the times you bunted to get the run home, too. Wonderful. When you get a shot of you here, Raj.
Well, I'll tell you, they've got a lot of pictures. I'll say that.
Do they all promise you copies?
Well, I've been getting quite a few. The boys have been real good.
Well, I know these wonderful men of the press who have given you enough to fill 1,000 scrapbooks are awaiting you, Raj, and this is one time you don't mind coming out of the shower in a hurry.
That's right. I think I've got enough pictures to wallpaper my house right now.
Here's Louis F. Pratt and all the gang, I know, and Hy Goldberg, Joe Eichler, Associated Press, so you go ahead over there with them. Hey, Roy. General Manager, can we have the camera over here, fellas? Raj is over there now. Here's the General Manager, Roy Hamey, who won his first Major League pennant and his first year as General Manager of the Yankees. Roy, I guess those tears in your eyes are real.
Yeah, they really are, Mel. I mean, this is tremendous. I look forward to this. And
what a ball club.
What a ball club.
It was great manager.
Great manager.
We had Ralph on a while ago. You know, he quietly did a job, the two of you, working together.
Really.
Had to rebuild pitching staffs while fighting for a pennant, and that's the most difficult part of a club, to have to rebuild while you're still fighting for a pennant.
Well, I know that the owners are proud of this club, and of course I'm tremendously proud of them, and well, I mean, I just can't give enough accolades to everybody connected with this operation. It's just been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Well, it has been wonderful to see what I call the quiet but efficient and so wonderfully effective teamwork between you and Ralph. It's been on the quiet side, but you got the job done. You went out to win that pennant, and you did it, and I know that Dan Topping is very proud of both of you and the job that he did as well this year in cooperating with you all. It made it a very happy year. I thought it was the greatest spirit on this club I've seen in a long while, Roy.
Well, it's tremendous spirit. They had it in spring training. They've maintained it all the way through the season, and they got tremendous ability with it. That's the wonderful thing. We got a young club, and I just hope there's nothing temporary about these victories.
Thank you, Roy. Much obliged. Ralph. Hey, Ralph, come here. Ralph Terry. What'd you win tonight? Your 15th game?
That's right.
That's the first pennant you won, isn't it?
No, second last year.
No, you pitched the pennant-winning game this year.
Yeah, that's right.
You didn't pitch the pennant-winning game.
Yeah, last
year you did. That's right.
Well, Louis came in, he got the last out.
Yeah, but you went all the way, and that's right. You did pitch the clincher last year, didn't you?
Yeah, this is the biggest thrill too. I really wanted this one.
How's the baby getting along?
Great. He's growing.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
How old now?
He's 3 weeks old today.
You were just going along great. You remember I talked to you once on the air that you have a great knack of pitching 3, 4, 5 perfect innings, and then suddenly, boom. What happened in that inning? Did your curve hang a little, or what?
No, I had a good slider early in the game, and then we kept going with it, and then 3 or 4 pitches didn't work. They hit them up the middle, and they scored that inning.
Well, actually, 1 run might have scored. You had the double play ball.
Yeah. But Howard is a great catcher. He's the best I've ever. I don't see anybody could be any better. He's really a master back there.
Well, don't you think that's the secret? One of the secrets of this team's success is the fact that everybody works together and has such great confidence in one another.
Well, Ellie said there's 3 innings to go. He said, come on now, we got 3 innings to go. Let's get him, Come on, every pitch. He really wants it.
Yeah, well, he had a great year, too. And you did, too. 15-4. I hope next year you get 20, right?
Thanks.
Ralph Terry. And here's the Moose, who had a great hand. This happens to a team where everybody did something all year. Moose had his highest home run total, Isn't that right, Moose?
Yes, Mel. I got 88 RBIs, but this is the greatest ball club I've ever played with.
It is?
Yes, sir.
Why do you say that?
Well, with Roger and Mickey had a great year, and I would say everybody had a great year at the same time. And I got a lot of respect for Mickey. He didn't play the last 2 days, but to me, he's the greatest ball player I've ever played with.
Mickey Mantle.
Yes, sir.
Well, he, of course, has been the real spark plug of this ball club all year long, and last year as well. And even though he didn't finish high in the home run derby, but
53 is pretty good, Mel.
And stealing those bases to make big innings and win ball games and things like that. But Moose, you came back from a tough injury and hung in there yourself and contributed mightily to this victory.
Well, I would say the last month I think I helped out a little bit now.
Oh, you helped out all year long. Nice going, Moose. Now look over here. Here they got Wally Moses over here. Wally Moses is getting the treatment. Hey, wait a minute. Let me duck in for a second. Hey.
Yeah.
What's happening? You getting shampoo?
I'm getting drowned.
Wally, how are you?
Fine, Bill, fine.
How many pennant winners you been on now, Wally?
This is my second one.
And the first one?
Boston in 1940.
Yeah, 1946.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That was a pretty good ball club.
Pretty fair, yeah. We won by a big margin, too.
What'd you think of this club, Wally?
Mel, this is the best club I was ever on.
I didn't mean for you to pop off so quick. I didn't get it right.
This is the best club I was ever on, and I think I'll have to say Ralph, as his freshman manager, did the best job I ever saw at a ball club.
Thanks a lot,
fine
Wally.
job.
You're great, too. Wally Moses. Bud Daly. Come here, Bud.
Wally.
Here's another man who took charge and pitched the pennant tire last night. Clinched the tie for the pennant, Bud Daly. Bud, how do you feel being on this is your first Major League pennant winner?
Oh, boy, you aren't kidding. I started the season, I tell you, I never thought I'd be here tonight because I just didn't think Kansas City would make it. That's all there was to it. That's the greatest thrill I've ever had. I tell you, this is a great bunch of guys, and, boy, we've got a great ball club.
What impressed you about this team as you came over to it and watched it for a while, Bud?
Well, I tell you, the thing that impressed me is when I pitched against them, I didn't really realize what power we've got over here. I mean, you go down that lineup, there isn't an easy out in that whole lineup. And, boy, I tell you, it's something. If you get one guy out, the next guy's going to kill you. And I tell you, they're a great bunch of guys, and, boy, I'm just tickled I'm on the ball club.
How about the defense?
Great. Wonderful. I mean, they're a wonderful infield. I'm not used to that, I tell you.
Thanks, Bud. And is Mick here? Mick's not in uniform, right? A wire here. May we add our sincere and heartfelt congratulations on your 1961 achievements. This to the Yankees is a source of great pride for us to have been participants in the radio and television broadcast of this real championship ball club, signed P. Ballantyne and Sons and the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company. And we got some more coming up here in a minute. Right here, here's a deputy sheriff from Athens, New York.
I don't look like
Bill Stafford.
I don't look like much of a deputy sheriff. Well, I'm glad we won a pennant, and it's a thrill to play on such a great ball club, the New York Yankees.
Bill, you had a pretty good year.
Yeah, on and off, but I was hurt for a while, but I consider I had a fairly good year. But the main thing is we won a pennant. That was most interesting.
Well, you had that little sore arm shortly after the season started. I think part of it was induced by your coming out of the service and missing part of spring training.
Yeah, I missed about 6 weeks of spring training, Red, and I think that it hurt me quite a bit. But now my arm's coming around. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow night, but
that's all right.
We got the things down. We got the pennant. That's all right.
Good deal. I'll be back here, friends, in just 1 minute. Well, the boys are over here hooping it up, waiting for this moment. It's been a long wait. It's been a season that was a tough one up till about 2 weeks or so ago. And then suddenly they broke it wide open. But with it all, it's been kind of rough trying to get that pennant clincher. Right now, all the gang got Ralph House over here, and they are just giving him quite a shower of that Ballantyne beer. Hey, Joe, I don't know if we're back on or not. Ralph really got down. Ralph Houck really got a shower just now. As the whole gang ganged up on him and got over there on him. He's getting a kick out of it, though. He almost got drowned. Ralph Houck, winning manager in his first year in the majors. Look out, Louie. Ralph Houck is just now drying himself off. He really got drenched. They ganged up on him just now. Was that on? I don't know whether that was on or not. They just ganged up on him and really gave him a shower. They drenched him and immersed him, as it were, in some of the bubbly. I tell you, boys, you better start putting on the bathing suits pretty soon. We'll take it over here, Joe. Is Phil around? Gus Mouse, the Yankees trainer. Gus, who plays just an important role as these players keep them in condition, keep them in shape, along with Dr. Gaynor. You have many problems this year, Gus? Any more than usual?
You know, we had a pretty lucky year, Mel. I'd say that this is a fewer than any other year.
Yeah.
Here it comes. I'm going to get a bath in a minute.
Yeah, you're going to get a bath in a second. Well, Gus, take care.
Okay, Mel.
Wonderful. Let's see if, hey, Mick. Can he turn the mic around over here? Yeah, come in. Here's Whitey Ford. Whitey got in here and hit away. Whitey, we've had just about everybody on, and this has been your greatest year.
Yeah, I guess it has. I'd have to call it my best year, Mel. It was really a wonderful playing this year for Ralph, and I never enjoyed a more enjoyable season.
Well, I still hope you get that 25th one before the regular season's over.
Well, I got 2 more shots at it, so I'd like to.
Well, last night they got 1 run off in that first inning. You still pitched well enough to win most times.
Yes.
And of all the Pennant winning teams you've been on, Whitey, which one excited you the most, as you say?
I think this one did, Mel. Really, not because we just won the pennant tonight, but I really enjoyed playing this year. It was so much fun. Manager Houck said in spring training, he says, I want you to bear down and win ball games, but I want you to have a lot of fun doing it, and that's just what we've done. And I think the defense this year, which has been overlooked, was a great thing. You know, everybody was home runs, but that defense this year really helped us.
Well, defense, I have always been told, is really the most important thing about winning a ball game. If you got great offense, you put pressure on the other side, but you still have to have the defense to hold their score down.
Boyer and Kubeck and Bobby Richardson and Skowron, it's really a pleasure to pitch with them out there.
And Raj and making that outfield, they go get that ball.
They sure can.
Well, Whitey, I know you want to get in there and help the boys. Yeah, we can get back over here. Thanks a lot, Whitey. I had to go over here to pick you up. Look out, Jim Hegan. Come here, Jim. How you doing, Hector?
Pretty good, Mel.
How many pennant winners for you now?
This is my second. I'm sure happy about this one.
Oh, this was an exciting one, wasn't it, all the way?
It sure was, with all these home runs and all that stuff. It sure was excitement.
I got to say, how many home runs did you and Mickey and Rod hit?
Well, let's see, 59, 53, that's 112, and my 3 makes 115.
115 hit. Well, that's great for breaking the home run record for a team effort. Thanks a lot, Hector. Good luck to you. Okay, boy. Jim. We got to get Jim Hegan. Hey, come here, Jim. The pitchers are after him now. The pitchers are after the bullpen coach. Jim's leaving. Jim disappeared. He was coming on the air with us. Hey, Billy. Come here, Billy. Come here, Hal. All these fellas had a great hand and everything. Billy Gardner, New London, Connecticut.
That's my roommate now.
Yeah. Johnny Blanchard. Come here, John. Billy played with the Giants, and you were on one of their pennant winning teams.
54, Mel.
And 54 against when they swept Cleveland.
Right, 4 in a row, Mel.
And I know one thing. Earlier in the year, the Yankees were looking for some help, and they were mighty proud to have gotten you.
Well, I'm real happy to be here, Mel. It's a great ball club, and it just don't happen very often when you get win the Pennant in the series, and I'm real happy about it.
How many home runs did you hit?
I'm one, Mel. I'm in there with one.
How many home runs did you hit? This is Bob Hale.
Billy and I chipped in with a brace. That's 2, Mel.
Yeah, well, that's a part of the record.
That's right.
Here's Johnny Blanchard.
Mel. He's a director to me, Mel. Mel.
We're supposed to move over a little bit.
Oh, are you? Well, you fellas are really moving. John hits, you hit 20, didn't you, John?
The 3 catchers hit 61. We beat Babe Ruth.
John,
the 3 catchers.
John, Bill, and I hit 22.
Yeah, all 3 of them had 22 together. John had one of the most exciting years from the standpoint of hitting home runs. He hit 4 in a row there, not in one game, but consecutive times at bat. I don't really get that period up in Boston.
Oh, that was great, Mel. And
pinch hitting in the 9th inning 2 straight days.
Those were the greatest throws I've had in baseball. And of course, then the next 2 were pretty happy guy too.
That's wonderful.
This is the greatest pennant that New York City's ever won. Believe me. I'm the happiest guy in New York, but I'm in Baltimore.
Why do you say that?
Well, because it's for Ralph Alk, our manager, Mel, and we have the greatest bunch of guys a ball club could have. And of course, Roger Merritt with his 59 home runs. Gosh, everything just worked out fine. Now, by the way, I'm so happy and proud of the fact that I played right field the night that he hit his 59th home run. Believe me, I'll keep that box for the rest of my life.
Well, I know how you feel, and the thing about all this has been a great team effort. The headlines went to Rod, to Mickey mostly on the home runs, but stay with them, boys. The shower's right over there. I'll see you later. Hey, fellas, that's made to drink, not pour. The crisper pressure. Yes, sir. But still in all, everybody on this ball club had a great hand in winning this pennant. That's what has made it exciting.
Real swell club, Mel, and everybody's great in the ball club, and the way they play ball is tremendous. They make the plays. They think my roommate is. It was too much all year.
Well, the thing is, you've been in a lot of ball clubs, and Bob, you have too. Have you ever seen a team with any better spirit? And if you have, say so. It's all right.
No, I haven't. Mel, I've always been a second stringer, and I've had to cheer for the first team. And I think with the Yankees here, they cheer for themselves. You don't have to cheer for them. They'll get the runs, and you don't have to egg them on a little bit. And I'm real happy to be a member of the team.
Billy?
Well, we had good spirit in 54, Mel, but I believe this year it was better than what I've seen in 54. Tremendous, everybody. And everybody pulls for one another, which makes it a great ball club.
They'll be calling you up from New London, Connecticut.
Good.
Yeah. So let's get over here and every time we go to get Jim, come here, Tex Clevenger. Here's Tex Clevenger, joined the ball club earlier in the year. Texas must be an exciting moment for you.
Very much so, Mel. I've been around the second division for a long time, and this is a great pleasure for me.
Well, it certainly is a great pleasure to have you on the club, and I know you're just having a lot of fun.
That's right. This is great for me. It's something that you always look forward to, Mel. It's, God, you just can't even explain it. I don't know why.
Well, don't have to. You just enjoy it. Hal, did I have you up here before I started you a little while? Hal Renniff.
I don't know.
Hal, who came at our club after the season began and went to work and hadn't been beaten yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's pretty nice, I'll tell you. Good club back me, I'll tell you that. I'm up on those hits. We come from behind the 2 games I didn't win. We come behind a lot of times for a lot of other guys, too.
Well, he's starting some, they're getting all loose over here. But we can't get that far over. Hal, good luck to you, and nice having you on the ball club, boy.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you very much. Here, Bob. Bob, come over here, Bob. Bob Fischel.
I didn't get a base hit all year, so I don't blind.
I know you didn't, but many of the things that you did It takes a great front office organization in every respect, and it feeds right out onto the field of play. And the many things that you had to do helped Ralph Houck in doing the job that he had to do.
Well, tremendous victory for the owners of the club, for Dan Topping and Del Webb, particularly this year, and for Roy Hamey, who this is his first pennant, and Ralph, obviously, it's his first, and they're really almost to the state of being emotional now. It's really a tremendous night for all of us, and I know you feel the same way, and we all do. It's really been a momentous occasion.
I'm sorry that mixed heavy cold kept him from being on. He's got a very, very heavy cold and had to bundle up and get back to the hotel. And just this wire, our congratulations to the Yankees on the occasion of winning their 26th American League pennant. It's been a real pleasure to associate with all of you during this exciting season. Signed, your neighborhood Ford dealer. Well, thanks a lot for looking in tonight, friends. The Yankees won it 4-2 with Ralph Terry going all the way to win it, winning his 15th game. And who? I don't know where Johnny Stain is. I've been trying to find him. Hey, John. Just 1 second. Maybe we can get John 1 second. Bob Serve. Come here, Bob. Come here, Bob. Bob Serve, Johnny Stain. Well, can't do it. Well, sorry. I'll tell you what happened. We were going to get them, but they're undressed and in the shower. So, and as you can see from the looks of things, a lot of showers. Shut that door. Thanks a lot, everybody. And remember, we'll be coming your way again tomorrow from Baltimore, and we'll be on the air tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
Well, that winds up another Valentine baseball broadcast. Now, this is Bob Delaney saying that's all for now from the Atlantic Refining Company and your Atlantic dealer.